All right, so just before the new year, we got this call from an existing client who we installed a new heat pump system for to handle his heating and air conditioning, as well as a high efficiency heat pump water heater in his home. And so he called saying that their water heater, that's about a year and a half, was leaking, and they wanted us to come out. And so this call was in Lexington, Mass. Again, really great customer of ours. So we go out there, we check out the basement. There's some water in the basement. We do verify that it's not coming from the heat pump water heater. But here's what we found. There was water in the basement. Here's where it was coming from. This client forgot to turn off their spigot outside, and we send emails about this to our client base. We post about this on social media. We send text messages out to warn people, to remind them to shut off their spigots. So please, when we're sending those messages out, please read them, pay attention to them, because a lot of times we are just providing that information just as a reminder to shut these off, to avoid situations like this. So the outside sillcock froze. It was running for who knows how long. And this is what the outside of this client's house looked like. Okay. So the water was running. Again, it's attached right behind these units here is one of the new heat pumps that we installed here. Okay. You can see the water was just spraying everywhere. We go over to the next photo here. This is one of the other condensing units that was probably running. So the fan was spinning around while water was spraying into the back of it, throwing the water all over the place, which is probably how it got onto the deck over here. Now, fortunately, we were able to thaw this unit out because it was an ice block. It was an ice block. It was not allowing the heat to work either. Now, in this situation, we were able to thaw it out. We were able to get it up and running. We were able to isolate the situation, get the client back up and running. But this is a pretty extreme example of what could happen if you don't shut the water off going outside of your home. So reminder, please do that. If you're wondering what time of the year you should be doing it in, October is a really great time. September even is a really great time. Do it before we start getting into freezing, right? So 32 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Please handle that to kind of avoid these emergency calls from happening. Fortunately, in this situation, this brand new heating system, there wasn't much damage that occurred. Once everything thaws out, they're in for a minor plumbing repair and they'll get back up and running. But the fact that that water was leaking in the basement, it freezing shut itself off. That basement really could have been flooded. So again, disaster averted here. Really, really glad that we were able to get this up and going with little to no cost.